bullet journal that I am setting up as a birthday present for my cousin. If you have seen my 2 previous videos, you saw the beginning of the setup of the book itself and then the monthly for January. This is going to be a bullet journal for 2023. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and continue with the setup here for the weeklies. And with January, the first falls on a Sunday. Normally my weeks go Monday through Sunday. So what I decided to do is dedicate an entire page to January 1st. So that way she can write in memories, what she did for the beginning of the year. She can write down what's going on that day to get everything started, to figure out what she's going to do. Whatever she wants to write down here, I'm going to have that available. And then we will go into setting up the weeks in January. So what I'm going to do first is go ahead and set this up here. So I'm going to try to do the lettering the same way that I did here for the 1st of January. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go in with my Crayola Super Tip, trying to keep the same colors going. For this January setup, it is going to be a junk journal theme. So it's a little bit different than some of the other themes that are going to be happening. But I want to try to keep it somewhat cohesive for the months. So I am going to be doing the same theme throughout the entire month for each of these, just to kind of keep it easy for myself, but also keep it cohesive and make sure that it's good for her. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is write in January 1st on here, and the same lettering that we had on that first page. Now, if you guys have been watching, you guys know that I am left-handed, so I tend to take my time filling these in, so that way I don't smudge the ink. I had quite a few issues that came up in my last setup because my pen keeps wanting to leak and explode everywhere for some reason. I don't know if it's the angle I was writing at or if it's because I've had this pen for a while. It's my favorite pen though. I like the way it writes. I like the way the ink is in it. So I'm continuing to use this because it was the same one that I used for the original January setup. Just again to keep it cohesive and make it all look the same. So yeah, so what I'm doing here is a faux calligraphy kind of thing. I don't have any brush pens. Whenever I ordered my pens, I didn't realize they were not brush pens. And honestly, I've never done any kind of writing like that, so I don't even know how. So I'm just doing something that looks similar, so that way it's nice and kind of stands out a little bit there. So that way it's not just your typical, setup here. And especially with that dark brown, I want it to stand out a little bit more with the lettering here. Okay, so every downward stroke, I'm just thickening it a little bit, which would normally be with a calligraphy pen. So I'm just going over everything here, trying to just make it pretty, make it stand out a little bit there. And then filling it in. So I am by no means a professional here. I actually am doing a trial and error. I am practicing a little bit outside of here, but I wanted to go ahead and get most of this finished so that way I know I have it done in time for her birthday, because her birthday's only a couple weeks away and I am just getting on the beginning of this. So I want to make sure everything is good and ready for her. So we're good here. And I'm just doing like a dewdrop at the end here, just kind of thickening up the lines a little bit, trying to make it look a little bit better. And I'll also do it on the T here too, just kind of going with the flow of the writing. So there we go. So that's January 1st. That's going to be the first day of the month, of the year, of whatever. I'm going to go ahead and stick a couple stickers down. Now these stickers I'm using is from Steph's Design Space. I really like these stickers. I think they're really cute. So I'm going to go ahead and lay a few of these down. I'm also going to continue using the washi that I have here. These were the 3 that I've been using so far in the setup. I have this one. Originally I said it was from Amazon, but it's from the Washi Tape Shop. And then this one is from Steph's Design Space. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the bottom and then layer it with the other washi. And this washi I really like because it's really easy to tear. It's almost like literally like paper, which is awesome because it makes it a lot easier to work with and be able to do what I want with it being a junk journal. I'm going to go ahead and stick that to the side for now. And then I'm going to go over that with some of this washi. Just bring in a little bit of pops of color and things like that. I'm trying to keep it more neutral, but I do want to make it a little bit prettier. So there we go, we got that down. And then I think I'm gonna lay this key across here. All right, and don't worry, I'm not gonna waste this washi tape. I'm gonna use it in the weeklies. So whenever I was talking to her, she's not a big fan of the vertical layouts. She liked the boxes that I had in my journal. I'm gonna show you real quick, kind of give you an idea. So, and some of them I do it like this, and then in others I do it like this. So you'll see a couple different layouts as you are watching my videos. Each month I'm going to do one layout for all 4 weeks just to keep it simple. For this one I'm going to do something similar to this, but we are going to use these vintage labels that I had gotten. Now these were off of Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and use these for the days, and then I have some day stickers from Steph's Design Space here that I'm going to use as well. So that way everything's cohesive and the same. Where did I put those? There they are. And then these will be the deco that we use throughout the journal. And I am also going to use some of these in it as well. This is Terrible Stickers. It's one full sheet, nothing's cut out. I'm going to use this one for this week. I'm going to use one in each week. Just keep it nice and pretty. And what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put it across the top here and off to the side. So what I'm going to do is have like a task section, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But we're going to keep it kind of loose. We're not going to draw in the lines and things like that. I'm going to keep it nice and simple and easy to follow. Make sure everything's good to go. All right, making sure we're still in focus here. See if I can get you a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing here. All right, I think that's good. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to figure out which tags I'm going to use, because there's only 3 of each, so that doesn't make it cohesive for the whole 4 weeks of January. Actually, there's 5 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 weeks. So they're not going to completely match, but we'll do our best. So what I'm planning on doing is the smaller days of the week I'm going to put into these little smaller ones, and then like Wednesday will be in like something like this, because which that one might be a little big. I might not use that one at all, but you get the gist of it. So what I'm doing is the smaller ones, and then Wednesday is always the longer one. But one thing I like about Steph stickers is they are all the same size. so it's not as big of a deal, but I still want to have a variety going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lay down. So you've got 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to go ahead and lay down the stickers here for the days. And then what I'm going to do is lay them down. I'm going to decorate and all of that. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm doing, but I'm going to speed through it a little bit to make it a little easier for you guys, because I am going to take my time with this setup. And then I'll be back to talk after I'm done. All right, y'all, this is Amber on the voiceover. So as you can see, I am just labeling each of the little vintage labels with the days of the week. I'm going to go ahead and lay that down to make it a little bit simpler for me. I'm going to keep the same aesthetic throughout all the weeks here. I'm just going to show you how it is, and then at the end I'll do a flip through so you can see all of them at once. This did take me quite a bit of time, so I didn't want to waste your time by watching me do all of them. So I'm just going to show you the first week and part of the second week. But I really like this labels. I got those off of Amazon, and then this sticker here again is from Steph's Design Space. I really struggled because I wanted that flower to show, and I didn't think about the labels covering it. So initially I did not put a label over it. I just wrote tasks underneath it. But in the flip through, you'll see I went back and added a label in because it just didn't look right. So I went ahead and laid that down, and then I started laying down the labels here, so that way she has everything. So in a sense, I'm kind of making boxes here, but I'm keeping it free form, so that way there's no lines. I don't have to, 1, draw in the lines, and 2, there's no border. She can do whatever she wants with it. It leaves it a little bit more open, especially since I'm making a bullet journal for somebody other than myself. I like to be able to keep the variety going, so that way she has her own way and she can change things up if she wants to. It kind of leaves it open-ended for her to make it a little easier. Now, one thing I did struggle with here is I did tear that quite big, and then after I started putting down the labels, I realized it. So I ended up just leaving it in the end. So there's not as much room to write, but she can always add a box in there, or right over that. That paper is just like regular parchment paper, so you can write on it if you wanted to. I do understand that it's a little bit of a different color, so she may not want to do that, but it is an option available on that. And then I'm laying down the last label here for Sunday. I kind of moved that up a little bit to try to make sure there's room. With this here, I believe this is I don't know the size of this. I think it's a B6 for this journal, which I got from Stuck on Creation. I won it in a Instagram giveaway before she had them out for the pre-order, and I'm really loving it. This paper is awesome. It's really great quality. Now right here I'm laying down a January sticker. I just grabbed that from a sheet that I had left over from a Happy Planner extension pack. And here I am writing in tasks. Again, I do end up going back and covering that up with a label, but I was just trying out a few things. And then I am laying down here some glitter bows and some keys that I got from Cute Cut Craft. If you haven't checked her out already, you should check her out as well. I do PR for both Steph's Design Space and Cute Cut Craft. My code for each of them is Amber15. You can get 15% off of any order with either shop. I like to keep it simple. Same code, 2 different shops. Definitely check them out. Right here I am trying out some paper, seeing if I want to add that down for more writing room. I decide against it in the end. Really don't have too much else to say on this, so I'm going to go ahead and let some music play until I come back on and talk. so I went ahead and finished out. So there is January 1st there. And then I went ahead and just laid down all the tags and the dates and the numbers for everything. I went ahead and laid down all the parchment stickers throughout the layouts here. Now we're going to go in and decorate everything. So let's see. So I used the numbers from an old Happy Planner extension pack I had. So that's what the numbers are, but everything else is Steph Design Space or Cute Cut Craft. I am using these. I did lay a couple of deco down already, but I'm going to go through and lay down some of the bigger stuff now. I'm going to save those. So we're going to go ahead and lay these down. I think I am going to stick with the white stickers just because that's what I've been doing. So there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and lay some of these down.
This is the problem. I haven't got really 6 bows. And I always say, well, I've really got 6 bows. Give me 7.
I really like these little typewriters. I think they're really cute. So I'm going to lay that down there. And then I'm going to go ahead and lay a couple of these down. I think I'm going to use this little mirror in between like that. So that way I'm not taking up writing room for her. But we have a little bit of cute deco in there. Now I'm going to go through on this one. And I really want to use that chair, but I think it's too big. Maybe do a little candle over here.
I missed one automatically.
And then the word vintage.
Right, highlights.
I'm going to put down in the corner here. Hopefully she's not busy on this Tuesday. But we'll go ahead and lay that in. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this deco down here as well on the this week. Let's see, how can I do this where I don't have to cut it? There we go. And then I've got this one. I'm going to go ahead and lay this down in the corner here.
Absolutely bloody brilliant. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that.
Lay these little leaves down. And then we have these ones. I'm going to go ahead and lay this last one on the last week here, which this week goes into February, but I like to finish out the week. So I went ahead and added it to January here. So that way it's all in there. And then I'm going to add this clock over here, kind of layer it with that. And then actually put this little lamp on the side here like this. And then I really like this little clock, so I'm going to go ahead and add that in too. And I'm going to put that right here. And the reason I'm layering it like that is because that way we get deco, but I still have all the other stuff. I'm probably going to have to do a talk over on this. All right. right, y'all, I think that's it. So this is the flip through here. So I have January 1st. Since it is a Sunday, I have a page for itself here. We have that first week of January. We've got it all laid out with our labels and the dates and the little bows. Oh, this page is missing bows. So let's add some bows on this one. I like these little bows. They're so cute. I got these from Cut Craft in a grab bag. So they are not perfect, but that actually goes great with the theme here. So I'm not too worried about it. Let's add a couple around there. And then we have this week, and then this week we need to add some bows to this one. Okay, and then I'm gonna put one more here. All right, and then the last week here, we need to add some more bows to this too. Grab the biggest bow here and put it on the to-do because there's lots of room. And stick this under here. The way this is looking, I might just go ahead and use up the sheet. Just random bows here. So that way we've got everything finished, everything is finalized, good to go. There we go, January 1st. First week of January. Second week. And I have a this week here, and then I have a to do here. I just went ahead and used to do for the rest of them. And went through it all there, and that is the end of January. And then next you'll see the beginning of February. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe down below. If you haven't seen my other videos, I do have 2 other in the series that have already been put up. Please go ahead and look at those and watch those. Kind of explains the beginning of the book. If you guys like it, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, hit the notification bell, all the good things. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.